There are men walking this earth right now who were not made for this world. You see, brothers, a lot of men are forged by the heavens and truthfully feared by hell. And if that fire burns within you, this message is for you. You see, you got to understand that most of us are called. We have this chosen lifestyle. We were set apart, and you didn't choose this randomly. You've always felt this pull. You knew something was more. It was like a deep inner sense that you were set apart and that God had a higher purpose for you. And that is what I identify. I've always felt that way. I've always felt different. I've always felt like people couldn't relate to me, like people couldn't understand me. And, sometimes you get angry and you get mad and you want to blame others, but that's what the enemy wants you to do. And truthfully, this world, when they don't understand you, is because your very presence is a threat to darkness, because you have this inner light, this calling from God that will basically allow yourself, when you really, really remember who you are, you break these chains off your mind, your soul is liberated, and you walk with purpose and you walk with divine alignment, knowing that I am the lighthouse and I can radiate light to everybody around me and show them the true power of God. And most of us, we've been through hell, and that's the thing. And most people get lost in this version of hell because you get attacked when you're asleep, you get pulled in depression, you get tempted, you get basically stripped of your whole identity, and you have to remember the man that you are as a man of God. But you know what? You're watching this, and yet you still rise, yet you still are here, knowing that God loves me and God has always been with me, because chosen men, they don't forget. They're forged, brothers. They're forged. And the reason hell fears you is because of your strength. It's because of your surrender to God. When you surrender to God, you truly embrace a new mentality, because you're transformed by the renewing of your mind, and you can truly have the courage and the strength and the bond, knowing that no matter what happens, God has my back, because I'm aligned properly with the Most High. So this is extremely important, because God knows when you're really aligned, you're unstoppable. There's nothing that when you got your mind set on it, you could do whatever you want, because God is backing you, bro. This is how we're divinely meant to live. But most of us are forgetting this. And that's why the masculine man is rising. It's here with me. It's here with you in this very moment. Every trial was a training for us together. I've been through the most difficult times. I've been through the depths of hell, literally in darkness, where I questioned my own existence. And a lot of times that was depressing. But you know what happened? I always returned back to God. I always understood my divine masculine role as a leader, as a protector, and keeping my knowledge centered in strength, honor, discipline, and sacred fire in my bones, knowing that if I love without fear and I truly keep my vision clear and fight for truth, God will always realign me back to where I need to be, which is why we're here in this very moment. This is not a coincidence. You're hearing the sound of my voice to reactivate your God-given purpose and mission, brother. I want you to rise, because we are currently in an awakening. The trumpet is sounding, and all the chosen are answering the call. And we must continue to rise, because we're not alone. We have the brotherhood that is rising here at Men Are Needed. The movement has begun, and this is a very powerful thing that's shaking the gates of hell. They feel it. These demons know what's happening. They feel your very presence. And honestly, this is a generation of us reclaiming our crown, our rightful heir to the throne, knowing that we have royalty coursing through our blood, that we have this true divine power because we are sons of the Most High. You are light in this dark world, because there's a lot of darkness. We both know that. The flame that cannot be put out. You were chosen for this, and hell knows it. So let's rise, brother. Let's rise. Put on the armor. This is the hour, and the world is about to remember your name. That right there is true source codes. If this message struck with your core of your soul, which I know it has, if you're chosen like me, speaking like this is meant, designed, specifically tailored for you. This is a man channel that's designed directly for a chosen man of God like you. So do me a favor, drop a fire emoji down in the comments. Let me know if you're ready to reawaken that sacred fire, that sacred vision, that sacred passion, because you're chosen. You're ready, brother. Let's rise together. Let's win together. Let's form this new identity of what true masculinity is. And that begins with me and you embracing our divine masculinity and destroying these demons, because we're chosen, which is why hell fears us, because we know we've overcome the most difficult trials and tribulations that a man can go through, and we still give praises to the Most High God. We still give thanks to the Most High God, because we are ultimately blessed, and we are going to live in love, peace, prosperity, and unity. That's important for us right now. We need unity. We need brotherhood, which is why I keep saying subscribe, join the movement. This is about us together. So thanks for watching this video. Until next time, peace.